breaking strike, Australia lead, thanks to Skoko. Loose ball, a second goal for Australia. Josip Skoko. By Q. Skoko. Skoko scores! Australia trying to work the ball around. This is a chance for 4-3. John Aloisi's second of the game. If John Aloisi can score this goal, Australia will be there.
And he called everyone in with Gus, and they asked who wanted to take penalties, and I put up my hand, and they said, all right, you're the first one. And I go, nah, I'm going to be the fifth. And I walked off, and so, you know, it could have come down that we only took 4 penalties. So it was just, I had that feeling that it was going to happen, and that's why I wanted to take the fifth.
Penalties were in the back of your mind already, and it was nerve-wracking. And you know, I could tell everyone that when Arnie was going around saying who's going to take the penalties, you know, I was reluctant to say anything, but you know, he ended up jotting me in at number 6, you know. And when JA snuck that penalty away, I mean, you know, you can believe the relief there, you know.
Here's Aloisi for a place in the World Cup. He scored! Australia have done it! Come on!
And that's like winning a World Cup for us. At that stage anyway it was, and that was fantastic. I mean, for the boys, and not just for the ones who were there, but for everyone who'd played in the last failed ones. And you know, I've been part of you know, the failed ones before as well, and I think everyone was just happy to get that monkey off our back and to go and play for your nation at a World Cup.
That moment against Uruguay was big, but to be at the World Cup was huge. As a kid, watching it, dreaming about it, and then to finally get there and to score a goal was, the dream had come true.
Personally, I was a bit disappointed because I didn't get to play, and I think that's a little bit to do with the way he sets the teams up, and perhaps, you know, my little attacking flair didn't sort of suit the way he wanted to play, and you know, that was for me one of the most disappointing things in my career as well. You know, not actually stepping onto the field, but it is what it is, and it was a great experience.
Look, it was good to play, you know, against the Italians personally, but once I was on the pitch, it was only one thing, was to win the game. Didn't care who I was playing against, and to go out like that, the last kick of the ball was a penalty. You know, I was cursing the Italians, and that was the last time played a game at the World Cup. So for me personally, it was hard going. The other ones that ended up going to another World Cup probably got over it a bit more.
Smil was again the target. Skoko shot! Goal! What about that for a strike from Josip Skoko?
Yeah, well, that's a special memory. No one can take that one away from me. You know, that was so sweet, and yeah, that was fantastic. I mean, my brother and a couple of friends there, they didn't tell me, but they ended up putting money on me to score that night, you know. So whilst everyone was down after 5 minutes celebrating, they were still jumping up and down, you know. So it was a double victory for them, you know.
The Kings Cup, that was a special occasion for the club because it was the first time in their history, 80-year history, that they made a final. And yeah, I scored the equaliser, and I think it was the 86th minute. And the pity, in extra time we ended up losing, but the Osasuna supporters still think that's the best day they've ever had supporting their team.
We actually had a tough start when I just arrived in Belgium, but when a new coach came after about a year, we started going well, and that year we won the championship, and that was just the best feeling ever. You know, just putting in all that effort, all your career, and then just seeing the results come.
I copped a lot of stick, which is the way it is when you're a marquee player and you're not doing well, and it was hard going. We ended up winning the championship, and so ended up on a high, and it was good to get through that tough time because it made it even sweeter to end up winning, and I ended up scoring a goal that tied up the minor premiership against Melbourne Victory.
A little bit different for us at Wigan because we were fighting for relegation every year, and especially that one year when we staved off relegation by beating Sheffield United 2-1 on the last day of the season. That was like the equivalent of winning a cup final. So, I mean, it was fantastic because in each sort of club I did have some sort of celebration in some way, and it was all different.
When you succeed or do well or score a goal, it's all your emotion comes out, and And sometimes people go, why did you take your top off when you scored that penalty? Because there was so much emotion behind it. It was, my whole career was behind it. My brother's career, my dad, that coached all his life virtually. It's something that I can't explain, but we've grown up with the game and we love the game. So that's probably why when I score a goal or do well, you know, we get excited.
Yeah, good stuff. Two legends, John Aloisi